I'm Eva Lamar. I am a fourth grade teacher in the Eugene Springfield area. Lived here about 20 years. One of my favorite things is the outdoors. My goal is to kayak at least once a month, every month. Even when going through chemotherapy, my goal was to always be on the water. I was first diagnosed, it was in October of 2023. I have breast cancer, they think it's early stages. To 5 months later, sitting going, oh, I only had breast cancer, and now I have advanced lung cancer. Before somebody said, oh, you have breast cancer, go pink, you're a warrior. I went to lung cancer. Oh, were you a smoker? Was I responsible for having cancer? We are so programmed to blame people for a situation they're in. It can be a genetic mutation that happened like it is for me. How can we change it so lung cancer can be a discussion in the community where we're not embarrassed, or if we go in for a scan, we're not asked if we were a smoker and caused our own cancer? I feel like I've been given an expiration tag, a shelf life, for the medication I'm on, 5 years before my body's likely to mutate out. And I could be someone who goes 10 years, and there could be a cure in that, but it could be a year. So you kind of operate your life of what are some things you really would like to do, and looking at it as maybe I'm lucky that I know so that I might not be here in 5 years, because you don't know when the end is close, but we always assume it's a distance away. And now I know I have some parameters. What can I do this year that I won't regret missing, but doesn't cost me a lot? And finding there's a lot of things. Survivorship is kayaking and coffee. When I got the lung cancer, people dropped off like flies. You suddenly discover there's people who can't handle it and they ghost you. And then there's people who you didn't think would wrap their arms around you, who weren't fearful, who would step in. And what I discovered is there was quite a community, and quite a bit of it was through the Oregon Cancer Foundation. They were a lifeline. And here's the most critical time in your life. And I think short of something happening to a child or a spouse that's critically scary is cancer. The sense of safety that someone else is there who knows what they're talking about at a time that you are trying to absorb so much. Having something in the Eugene Springfield area is huge. The next closest place for a big support network was Portland. It would have been hard to accomplish and get where I am in my treatment if I'd had to rely on somewhere 2 hours away. When I first came to the Zoom group, seeing people who were in different stages of the diagnosis, it gave me strength. And if I said, I have this fear or that fear, they understood. Also being able to give support to others, answer questions, laugh at jokes, that became an important part of that journey. The humor, I think, lays out the ability to deal with really dark things, to deal with it, but laugh at it. This beats crying. The friends that know how to sort of be there when you need it without overdoing it, who will still be by your side, who will talk about it if you need to talk about cancer, or let cancer be outside of the room and outside of your experience if that's what you need. And what I found is that there's a wealth of people, and that part has been a pretty magical journey. And that's actually what I have found mostly in my kayaking community, was this group of people who would say, let's get you on the water. Oh, it's coming up on January and you haven't kayaked yet. How about we bring the boats and we'll meet you there? And I was really capable, but I realized it helped not to be loading my boat. All these little parts made a big difference, because now I'm looking at 8 years on the water and I'm able to do it. I didn't have to reset. And it was these small things that friends did that were actually so much larger. After cancer, I really question. There's things I ask, what am I? What is my legacy? What am I remembered for? And I'm beginning to figure out the things I enjoy, things that connect me to my community and my family. Anything I've experienced that's been a benefit for me should help pave the way for someone else, because where I am in life today is because someone else paved the way for me to be here today. For someone who's newly diagnosed, find Oregon Cancer Foundation. If there's time you need critical help, need to figure out a very complicated insurance system, a very complicated medical world. Research is moving so fast. Oregon Cancer Foundation is in touch with the people that are keeping track of that. Don't isolate yourself, because you don't have to do it alone.